Hey guys, what's up? This is Jem. Welcome back dito sa vlog natin, and in this video pag-usapan natin yung tungkol sa foreign workers, yung na-phase out na yung mga work permit. And marami sa atin mga kababayang visitor visa na papunta sa Canada, nag-alala. Yung ibang mga foreign workers, mga temporary foreign workers, nag-alala din. Okay, so marami na kayong napanood ng mga vlog, but I'll give you a different view, and ipakita ko sa inyo yung news. Actually, yung news na to is last couple months ago pa, and nabasa ko na to. Okay, and ngayon lang nakapag-vlog ulit because it's been busy. Okay, so sa mga bago pa dito nakapanood, my name is Jem and welcome dito sa channel natin. And gusto malaman kung bakit na phase out yung work permit, marami nang hindi ma-issue ng work permit. Bakit nga ba? Ano ba yung rason? Okay? So, gusto mo malaman, continue watching this video. Okay, so welcome, and sa mga bago pa nakapanood sa akin dito sa YouTube, my name is Jem, and dito sa YouTube channel to tinuturo ko kung ano yung mga paraan para ka makapag-apply ng direct hire sa Canada na hindi gumastos ng malaki sa agency. Okay? And mostly, tinuturo ko dito is paano gumagawa ng Canadian resume, yung cover letter, which is yung important tool para ka ma-hire as direct hire. Okay? Now, balik tayo dito sa topic natin na kung saan, bakit nga ba na-phase out yung work permit? Marami nang patapos ang kontrata, hindi na ma-issue ng work permit, and marami sa atin, marami kayong napapanood na iba't ibang vlog, and yung iba nagbigay abala sa inyo, yung pangarap nyo sa Canada na hindi na makapunta. Okay, so this news is hindi talaga pabor para sa lahat, kasi yung iba gustong magpunta and wala nang work permit, na-phase out na, and yung iba hindi na ma-issuehan ng LAMIA, and which is sad. Okay, and ipakita ko sa inyo yung from CIC talaga na news kung bakit nga ba na-phase out yung work permit. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen para makita ninyo at mabasa din ninyo. Okay, okay, so andito tayo sa CIC News. Ito yung balita, actually just na-publish to June 17, 2024, report recommends that the Canada pays out closed work permits, and then nabalitaan nyo to last month, August, July, and ito yung kung kailan maraming nagsilabasan ng mga news. Okay, and ito yung isang pinaka reliable source itong CIC na news.com. It's because ito yung trusted dito sa mga balita, pagdating sa IRCC or Immigration or Citizenship, So sabi dito, the Standing Senate Committee on Social Affairs or SEST has released a report recommending that IRCC or Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada stop issuing work permit. So, ang nag-issue dito ng para ma-close ang work permit, hindi ang IRCC, kundi ang itong Standing Senate Committee on Social Affairs, Science and Technology. So sila yung nag-recommend na ipa-stop na yung pag-issue ng close work permit sa mga IRCC. Okay? Kasi ang IRCC, ito yung ito ay dadaan lahat kung papasok pa sa Canada. Ito yung Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. Okay, so ngayon ini-examine nila yung report, ito na the report examined the structure and use of the temporary foreign worker program, which was introduced noong 1973 patungo to help Canadian employers fill urgent and staff positions when no Canadian or permanent residents were qualified or applied. So matagal na ito na programa sa Canada noong 1973 pa, itong temporary foreign worker program or TFWP. Okay, yung sabi dito, according to the report, TFWP was meant to be a last resort for Canadian employers but has morphed into a central component of the Canadian labor market. Actually, ito talaga yung last resort, dapat, parang last option ng mga Canadian na mag-hire ng mga temporary foreign workers. But sa panahon ngayon, ito yung nagiging central component ng mga Canadian labor market, kung saan ito na yung nagiging priority nila instead of ito lang yung last option, itong naging priority sa pagkuha ng mga temporary foreign workers. Okay? So, sabi dito sa news, yung standing committee, itong SEST, nag-conduct sila ng investigation and research issues impacting Canada and present them to the government for consideration and action. And the Senate is the upper house of Canada's parliament and act as an investigative and legislative branch. So sila yung parang mas mataas, no, na sa mas mataas pa sila sa IRCC, itong Senate na to, itong nag-recommend na ipa-stop yung working permit. Okay? So, sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, no, paano ba nag-work yung temporary foreign workers? Okay? So, programs such as temporary foreign workers have become a mainstream pathway to permanent residence for many newcomers. Yes, which is, kabila din ako dito, no, sa temporary foreign workers, which is, nakapag-apply na din ako ng work permit. Okay? So, they come to Canada to obtain in-country work experience, which can be advantage when applying for permanent residence pathways such as Express Entry or Canadian Experience Class. So, itong temporary pa rin workers talaga, minsan ito yung ginagamit ng pathway, no? Dito magsisimula lahat bago ka ma-PR, no? Or makakuha ng permanent residence. Okay? So, paano siya nag-work? Ang temporary pa rin workers, itong mga employer na nag-wish na mag-hire ng temporary pa rin workers must receive a positive or neutral labor market impact assessment or LMIE. Ang nag-issue ng LMIE is itong Employment and Social Development Canada or ESDC. Okay? So, itong document na to na magpapatunay na makahire sila ng foreign workers, ma-prove nila sa Canadian government that hiring a foreign national will not have a negative consequences on the national economy or labor force. Okay? And ang mga employer dito na pag mag-apply ng LMIA must meet several requirements before submitting an LMIA, such as first, i-advertise muna nila sa specific period of time like 3 months or 6 months, and mag-provide sila ng evidence na walang nag-apply na Canadian or permanent resident na qualified sa posisyon na hinahire nila or none had applied. Okay, so yan yung kalakaran no, sa temporary foreign workers. Yung mga company ina-advertise mo na nila yung position. Let's say dito sa amin sa Hermitage, nag-advertise sila 3 months pag walang nag-apply na Canadian, saka sila mag-hire ng temporary foreign workers. Or walang permanent residents na nag-apply. Depende sa qualification ng company. Okay? So pag na-prove sa company na walang nag-apply, yan yung ipakita nila doon sa government bago sila approve ng LMIA. Okay? So, once an employer has a valid LMIA, they may share it with a candidate they wish to hire so they can include it in their work permit application to IRCC. So, mostly sa temporary foreign workers talaga, isang pinaka-importanting document is itong LMIA. Okay? Now, once an employee arrives, the employer must provide support, no? Let's say ma-hire na kayo, mag-provide support yung company like housing, healthcare, ensure that they pay the employee a specific wage and provide work condition safe and free of abusement or harassment. So, which is sa company namin na na-apply naman nila ito, no? Nag-provide sila ng housing, yung healthcare din, and then nabayaran kami ng tama din yung oras at per hour. Okay? So, work permit obtained through the temporary foreign worker are closed. So, yung mga work permit ngayon through sa temporary foreign worker are closed. So, meaning that the employee may only work for one employer while they are in Canada. So, pag nandito na kayo sa Canada, isa na lang ang employer, no? Yung specific employer na lang talaga. Okay? So, if they leave the job, they may no longer be, let's say, nag-resign ka or wala ka nang, hindi mo nagustuhan yung job. If they leave the job, they may no longer be eligible to remain in the country. Let's say, pa-expire na din yung work permit mo, so kailangan mo na talagang umalis sa Canada. So, there are exceptions in this case of employer's abuse. Okay? So, mayroong mga case, no? And marami din kasing pathway dito sa Canada. Okay? So, ito is specific lang to sa mga work permit. Okay? So, the temporary foreign worker has not evolved without criticism, much of which is outlined in the EST report. One of the prevailing themes is that temporary foreign worker is not working well for employers or workers. So, yan yung isang rason, no, bakit nila i-close yung work permit is because itong programa na ito hindi na-handle ng maayos. No? Temporary foreign worker is not working well for employers or workers. Okay? So, yan yung isang rason dyan bakit na na-phase out o na-close yung work permit is because itong program to hindi na-handle ng maayos o hindi nila na-deliver ng maayos yung side ng employer at side ng workers kasi marami din tayong mga workers na abuso, no? Instead of 40 hours, yung iba 30 hours lang ang pasok nila. So, hindi maayos kaya ito yung isang rason bakit na-close. Okay? So, the employer-specific work permit inherently makes migrant workers more vulnerable to abuse at the hands of bad actors as well as imposing structural barriers to accessing the rights and protection, which is true, no? Maraming mga migrant workers na kapwa natin dito na abuso din. That is why yung pulo pumapasok yan dito gawa nung yung iba hindi binabayaran ng maayos, yung overtime, yung iba yung utang, no? So next sahod pa babayaran sa maraming ganun. Okay? So, another recent report by the Cooper Institute highlights the other issue with the program from employer perspective, especially regarding sa mga seasonal workers daw, which is, yeah, it's really hard no sa mga seasonal workers. Bihira na lang yung makachamba ka ng company like sa amin na inaingatan nila yung seasonal workers. Pero marami kaming mga kasama dito yung batch 2, no? Yung kasunod namin na batch. Hindi sila na-support and wala. Nahirapan sila makahanap ng company, no? So, yun yung isang problema sa work permit under ka ng seasonal workers. Okay? So, continue tayo dito, no? Nakalagay pa dito, the ECSST report further notes that well-intentioned and complaint employers lack the flexibility to move workers to other location as needed or promote high-skilled workers, no? Or long service. So, to reduce the vulnerability of temporary foreign workers, the ECSEST would like the government to phase out employer-specific work permits within the next 3 years. Okay, so medyo lilinisan talaga nila, no? Kasi itong pagka-phase out ng closed work permit, it takes 3 years. Medyo mahaba-haba talaga siya, no? So, kayong mga nag-a-apply, meron kayong ibang option na may ibang pathway na pwedeng papasukan ninyo. So, doon na lang kayo, no? So, this is equal by the Cooper Institute which calls IRCC to end employer-specific work permit and instead offer permanent resident status to all migrant workers. Which is good din to na balita. It's because itong Cooper Institute, no? Nag-offer na instead daw na ang gagawin na lang daw is opera na lang daw yung mga opera ng permanent residents yung mga migrant workers, which is good. Ang isang problema lang is housing, no? May iba kasing province dito na puno na at walang housing. Yan yung isang issue dyan. But maganda din to kasi ang layunin dito, bakit i-close nila yung temporary foreign workers is because marami kasing temporary foreign workers na sa inside Canada pa, i-permanent resident muna bago ulit nila buksan tong programa na to, itong temporary foreign workers. Which is good, no? 3 years, saglit lang yan, no? So, the Cooper Institute suggests that it would be beneficial because without full permanent residency status, migrant workers live and work under drastically different circumstances under Canadian counterparts. Which is tama naman talaga, no? Tama naman talaga na pag hindi pa na PR yung mga migrant workers, no? Magkakaroon talaga ng maraming circumstances kasi nga palipat-lipat, no? Palipat-lipat ng company and minsan mahirap makahanap ng employer kasi nga seasonal ka lang, which is maganda din to na layunin nila. Okay? So it notes that many settlement services funded by RCC are not accessible for temporary foreign workers, leaving them at disadvantage when it comes to adjusting life in Canada, understanding the rights of. Itong settlement services, mga mga grupo or mga grupo ng mga sector dito sa Canada na pwede kang magpatulong like maghanap ng trabaho, no? And ang nag-fund pala nitong mga settlement services is yung IRCC, okay? Which is yung Immigration and Refugees, yung nag-fund sa settlement services. Kaso lang, no, hindi accessible sa foreign workers. Yan yung isang nangyari dyan. Kaya marami din kasi mga temporary foreign workers na hindi nila alam, no? Hindi nila alam itong mga settlement services, saan sila lalapit in case mawalan sila ng trabaho. Marami akong na-assess dito na walang idea, no? Hindi nila alam. So, it's really hard. And next vlog, ito sa inyo yung mga settlement services. Paano nyo ba in case mawala kayo ng trabaho or paid na yung kontrata ninyo, saan kayo lalapit, no? Mahirap yung maglapit na kayo sa mga Facebook group, magtatanong kayo. Meron silang nakadesignate or naka-assign ng mga province, which pwede kayong tumulong doon or magpatulong doon na maghanap ng trabaho. Abangan nyo yan sa next vlog kasi ituro ko yan sa inyo, no? Lalo na mga newcomers kayo. Let's say, seasonal kayo or patapos yung kontrata niyo, saan kayo pwedeng lumapit. Okay? And marami akong na-assist dyan and some of them nakahanap ng employers gamit itong settlement services. Okay? So, ayun yung isang rason bakit nga ba na-close yung work permit. Okay? So, ngayon, ang isang babaguhin nila dito is yung ma-improve yung communication kasi nga hindi na ayos yung pagka-manage ng temporary foreign workers. Okay? So, sabi ng SCSEST told that the Senate that poor communication has proven to be a key failing in the program. Okay? Kasi minsan kasi yung mga temporary foreign workers, hindi nila alam saan sila mag-report in case abasuhin sila ng amo nila or employer nila. Okay? So, itong mga employers din, hindi din nila nire-report siyempre, no? Kasi kailangan nila ng workers. So, kulang yung communication. Okay? So, sabi nga dito, currently there are multiple departments involved temporary foreign workers and communication between them has not been consistent. Okay? For example, employees are not always informed of their rights. Some employers are subject to duplicate workplace inspection, which are generally announced in advance, making it less difficult for non-compliant employers to temporarily improve work conditions. And there is lack of data organization that makes it difficult to measure program outcomes. And naalala ko nung bago pa kami dito, merong nagsaservice sa amin, nagtatanong na pang ano siya, member siya ng IRCC. Tinatanong niya sa amin, in interview kami, ano yung housing niyo, okay lang ba kayo? Meron ba kayong laundry? Meron ba kayong CR? Yung kwarto niyo, okay ba? Komportable ba kayo? Just in case abusuin kayo ng kumpanya ninyo, tawagan mo ko, huwag kang mag-alala, huwag kang matakot, magsabi ka ng totoo. And yan yung kagandahan pag mapunta ka sa magandang company kasi meron silang taga-survey, no, na under ng IRCC. Yung company namin, takot talaga yung gumawa ng mga kaluuan is because merong nag-monitor, meron kaming mga number, yung mga nag-ano sa amin, nag-interview sa amin from the government mismo. Okay? So ito yung kulang sa ibang company or ibang province na meron dito sa Canada. That is why nag-failed tong temporary foreign workers. Yun yung isang dahilan bakit ma-close yung work permit. Okay? So in this month, the ESC report says that it's critical that Canada's government establish a migrant work commission. This commission would include a commissioner for migrant workers, a commissioner for employers, and a presentation from the government to conduct through employment and social development Canada and IRCC. So mas maganda nung meron talaga silang gawing like parang may someone na maghahandle ng temporary workers and then mag-communicate papunta doon sa IRCC or sa employer mismo. Okay? Kung sa Taiwan pa, parang broker, no? Sa Taiwan, nandito ako sa Taiwan, mayroong broker. Yung broker yun yung magpag-communicate sa employee at sa employer or sa company. Dito kasi walang ganito sa Canada. Okay? So, the commission would serve as a single point of contact for reports or abuse and mistreatment of temporary foreign workers and advocate for their rights. Yeah, tama, no? Parang may tulay, may someone na nasa gitna na magtanong ng concern sa employee and then sasabihin doon sa company. Okay? Minsan kasi yung mga employee takot magsabi doon sa manager nila, sa supervisor nila, wala silang access din. Yan yung isang problema sa temporary foreign workers. Yan yung dahilan bakit ika-close na tong work permit. Okay? It would also hold annual consultation with relevant stakeholders and work to establish a research agenda to collect, analyze, and disseminate data about the experience of migrant workers in Canada and the role in the labor market. Yan. Maganda tong ganito no na. Parang interviewin kayo, kumusta yung experience sa company, yung trabaho nyo, okay lang ba? Like yung sa amin, nangyari sa amin. Mostly kasi sa mga ibang province, walang ganito. Walang paki ang mga ibang employer, no? Which is nakakalungkot. Okay? So, both reports feature many other recommendations including better pre-arrival information. Mas maganda nga ito no, yung may pre-arrival information kasi maraming pumupunta ng Canada. Basta lang makapunta ng Canada, yun lang, wala na silang ibang iniisip. Yung iba kasi tama din mag-aral, yan yung isang problema. No? So, kagandahan dito is unannounced workplace inspection and expanding the provision of the program allow more temporary and migrant workers to become a permanent resident. So, yan yung isang magandang balita din no sa mga nasa inside Canada pa or may mga kontrata na full-time kasi palawakin ang provincial nominee gawa nung doon ka dadaan sa province na para ka ma-PR which is good. Maganda din yun. Okay? So, according to legislation outlined by the Senate, once a standing committee presents a report, the government has 150 calendar years to either respond or explain why the response has not been offered. Okay? Yan yung abangan natin no, bakit nga ba? No, bakit hindi nila sila nag-respond doon sa itong i-offer na permanent residency sa mga temporary foreign workers. Okay? So, yan yung isang rason, no? Isang rason bakit na-close yung work permit. Okay? Okay, so I hope malinaw sa inyo no na yun pala yung rason bakit na-close yung work permit. Okay? So, medyo mahaba-haba yung video natin and in-explain ko lang sa inyo kasi marami kayong hindi naintindihan sa ibang vlog and marami kasing lumalabas na news. And this is a comprehensive talaga. Bakit nga ba na nasara or na-close yung na-phase out na yung work permit, no? Na wala nang mag-issue ng LMIA, bakit ang temporary foreign workers wala na daw. So, marami sa inyong hindi nakakalam. Bakit nga ba? Okay? And yan yung rason bakit nga ba kasi na-mishandle nila yung program na yun and instead na yan lang yung last option, yan yung ginagawang main option para mag-hire ng temporary foreign workers and yan yung kailangan nilang babaguhin. So medyo matagal-tagal no, 3 years no, but don't worry, babalik at babalik yan. Kasi marami kasing mga hindi qualified na Canadian na mag-apply sa trabaho na to and kailangan nila ng temporary foreign workers. But sa ngayon, mayroon kayong mahanap na ibang way. Actually, magbago-bago kasi yung balita. No? Kahit sabihin nilang 3 years, minsan hindi aabot. So huwag kayong kabahan. Patuloy pa rin kayong mag-apply sa either sa mga job portal like Jobbank or Indeed. Okay? So again, this is Jem. Thank you so much and kung may natutunan ka, i-share mo to sa mga kasama mo. Okay? So that's it and see you next time. Bye.